They were down by the riverside. They was giving someone a baptism, but then she was already dead.
Welcome back, family, to Random TV Reviews. I'm your boy, Stanley.
I'm your girl, Lynette. Listen.
Help me.
Help me.
Please.
Because this has been the review that just solidified the fact that I'm going to continue doing these reviews, because I'm telling you, power has not been power until this freaking episode, because I was really over this.
Yeah, they finally brought it home with this episode right here. I was, like Jedi say, I was here for it.
And I'm going to still be here for it next week.
Yeah, I'll be back next week.
So, Tyler, let's help me. We see Tommy in the windowsill spitting his gun around, right? He said, you know what? I'm not convinced that Lobos did this hit out on me. I'm not convinced. Why would he mess around with his own connect?
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
And Holly was like, look, he did do it. Come on now, he did do it. And I said,
here you go. Here you on this bullshit again.
Already.
But
here come Mama Egan. Mama Egan came through. Because Mama Egan said, the rent is due, honey.
Yep.
Where's my paper?
I need them checks today.
Tommy said, I'll get Tasha on that. Because, you know, Tommy don't know nothing.
He don't know.
He don't know.
He don't know it's here from his A.
So, Mama Egan comes through and she said, who the hell is that?
Yeah, who is this chick?
Tommy said, oh, that's my girl, Holly. Oh.
She said, what's she doing with your grandma's ring on? Go.
Tommy said, I gave it to her. She said, you know, remember when you hopped it, I went back and bought it and I gave it to her. Mama Egan was like,
bull.
I said, Mama Egan, you better go ahead and check your crazy son.
Yep.
So, then later on we see, because I'm going to put all of this together. Because this show is a nightmare for a reviewer to review.
Yeah,
so anybody that reviews this, give them props for even doing this.
Off. Yeah, hats off to you.
Oh my God, because they're speaking in different languages. Yeah.
Like, just stick to English. I'm English. I got my TV set on English. Not on Spanish. English.
Oh my God. So Julio stops by and he tells Tommy, he said, look, you need to be careful. You need to stay strapped up because some of our folk got popped up on. And he said, well, who we talking about? He said the Koreans, the son, Dylan. He got popped in front of the Catholic church.
The church, yeah.
Tommy said, do we know who did it? Julio said, nah, but you need to be careful because they out here trying to take down our connects and our people. I said, go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, he putting it together now. He finally starting to use that brain, that coke brain of his.
Tommy and his mama are snorting lines of coke.
Yeah. Getting
turned up like never before. They asking Holly, look, do you want some coke? Well, now she don't want to do no blow because she pregnant. Don't nobody know but her and Tasha.
Yeah, because she ain't even told him yet.
So Tasha comes on through. She has this paperwork for Tommy to sign off on. I don't really know what it was. I'm figuring it was for his mama to get some money or whatever.
Or for the business of one of them, yeah.
We don't know.
Something, we don't care.
We don't care. But, Mama Egan said, Tasha, honey.
Hey, baby, I haven't seen you in a long time.
How Jamie doing? She said, pretty much your guess is good as mine. I don't see too much of him here lately.
Yeah, we gonna split up now.
She said, he's still messing around with that goddamn girl. I thought that was over.
Angela Van
that should have been out of his system or whatever. And she was like, that girl right there. So that there go Tasha was like, you ain't told Tommy about you being pregnant yet or whatever. Oh, and you had welcome to the family. There's Mama Egan right there.
I tried to tell you.
She ain't that woman she said she is.
She ain't that child grandma that you need in your life.
Yeah. So what else happened? That goddamn mama told Tommy, look, at some point you need to. What did she tell him that right off gate?
Nah, she told him that when she was because after Jay had came over there and told him about that, he said, Mama, it's time for you to go. I got to take you to the train station. Yeah. You got to get up out to this piece right here. And so when they started going to the train station, he said, Tommy, you need to get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in that conversation that Tasha was having at the house with Holly, Tasha was like, she said something. No, Holly asked about Ghost or something, and she said he over there at the club with he got Tyreek over there at the club with him. So she unknowingly dropped the location of where Ghost was gonna be at, because Holly is working with the Jamaicans trying to kill him. I feel some kind of way about this because I was all wrong about that situation, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So Mama Egan told Tommy, look, whatever you and Jamie had going on, y'all need to fix it.
Yeah, y'all need to work that out.
Said because that boy is like a brother to you. Matter of fact, nothing has ever happened to you as long as he's been in your corner. Remember we moved to that black neighborhood? You were the only white boy out there and they was giving you all kinds of hell. He went out there, he handled it. Said, matter of fact, he's always handled things for you.
Yep.
And you've never had problems in your life.
Nope.
Because of him. And he said, Mama, do you really believe that? She said,
yeah.
He's just as much of a son to me as you are. I said,
and he got to thinking about that thing.
I said, go ahead, put it together.
But that's what we've been trying to get through Tommy's freaking head. Is you trying to take out the dude that's had your back forever. Yeah. All over this freaking Holly.
So that's where he went ahead and took his mama to the train station, because he was like, Mama, you gotta go. You gotta go. I said, when he come back, it's gonna be on and popping. I already know.
Yep. It's gonna be some smoke in this shit.
So then we see Ghost and Angela in the bed. He long stroking and nipple licking.
Nipple licking.
I said,
licky, 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 lollipop.
I would have appreciated that scene if it was Tasha. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. Going in a rabbit hole. Jamie, Ghost, whoever he wants to be on what given day, and Angela's relationship is depressing.
It is. Very.
That apartment is depressing. It's like when they get together, it's almost like a cloud of doom and gloom. I'm like, I didn't see this when you were with Tasha.
Yeah, well, none of that.
I don't know.
He long stroking and she there depressed, sitting in the bed. She depressed because he ain't split up with the what you call it, like.
You knew what you were signing up for.
Like Jamie Foxx said on what you got.
Ray Charles
said, you knew the root before you got into this.
Yeah, so she really don't know what she signed up for. She was like, we got all kind of obstacles. You got kids. You got a wife.
Like you knew that from the jump street.
So then here come Ghost with his stupid self. He calls his lawyer Proctor. How does this separation work? Because me and Tasha been in a bad space for a little bit, and I pretty much had moved out with doing my thing. How would that work? Proctor was like, you really trying to go down this road? What does Tasha know on you that pretty much don't piss her off?
Yeah.
And I was like, but didn't he earlier in the episode say he would never divorce Tasha?
He sure did.
I said,
unless something wrong with my mind, but yeah.
I
could sworn I heard him say that. Which I still believe he ain't gonna leave her. That's just my opinion.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
So Ghost.
I was gonna say I believe he's still using Angela, but he gotta put the pimp moves on her to make her think he in love. Yeah. So
Ghost goes over to Tasha's house to go see Tyreek, because now he in his feelings about what Angela said and all of this and da 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 da. So evidently he was talking to Tasha first, and he was hiding around the corner. And Lord, there's too many people in here. Tasha tells Tariq, God darn, too many T's. Tay about, look, you're going to go with your father and spend some time with your father, da 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 da. Tyreek was like, I don't want to spend no time with him.
I ain't trying to hang out with him. He crazy. All of y'all crazy.
Said, no. Why? All of a sudden, you just want to hang out with me? Tasha was like, look, that's still your father and da 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 da. He was like, look, messed around. He done left us, did what we got to do, and now I got to pretty much change my whole existence.
Yeah, because of him. He a different dude.
I said,
I said, yep.
And he around the corner listening the whole time.
Yep. But it was good that he heard it, though.
It was.
Yeah.
So then he brings his son to the club. The first thing I said is, I know you not going to spend some quality time with your son at work. How does that work, and when does that work? But it ended up being real good. Because when Tyreek got there, he paired him up with, first he presented him with some
basketball tickets.
And he said, I was going to give these to you, but since you want to mess around with guns, you had to work
for these right here.
I said, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So he went ahead and sent him with the T-Rex, Andre the Dinosaur, to work off them goddamn tickets. I said, well, I guess all is fair in love and war.
Yeah.
So he ends up talking to Andre, and this is the first time we've actually had a normal, non-thugged out conversation with Andre.
Yeah.
And Andre, Tariq was like, well, how did you end up here? Basically on this side of the tracks, because basically if you're talking to my daddy, I know you got some message.
Yeah, that you thugging too. Yeah.
He said, look, my life changed when I had a daughter. I'm trying to do things the right way, although I've done some bad things. My daughter is my life. Da 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 da. And he said, did you know Sean? And he said, yeah, I met him a couple times. He said, well, Sean got killed, and my daddy don't even care. Andre said, nah, bruh.
Nah,
that's
you
not
got
true.
it all twisted.
He said, I was with him when he found out about it. Mans was messed up by
Yeah, tore her from the floor up.
I said, I like that. So pretty much he was like, no, bruh, you misunderstood. Your daddy was messed up by it, but basically he put on a front in front of y'all so that y'all wouldn't freak out.
Yeah, he had to put on the strong macho. Lord.
You got it.
Yeah. The macho look, so y'all wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's getting late. You can tell.
Yeah,
So then Tariq had this heart-to-heart talk with his father finally, because he was behind the DJ booth, spinning little records, doing whatever he had to do. Ghost gonna come to his son and say, hey son,
take a look at my phone.
I'm on
the Twitter. Like the Twitter.
I said he just bad as Steve Harvey said. He said I'm on this Twitter. He said, Dad, okay,
it's
Twitter.
It's cool. The pictures look good, but it's not the Twitter.
It's just Twitter.
Not the Instagram. It's Instagram.
And they do you just like kids do. You be like, when you think you on the up and up about something, be like, oh, I'm on Twitter. He was like, that's all good, but what about Snapchat, Instagram,
Facebook?
I said, God,
so you got to come on up, Dan. You got to come on up.
So he said, look, Ghost was like, Tariq, you're not like me. You smarter than me. You're a good kid. Mm-hmm. What's happening to you? Tariq said, I'm going to be 100 with you in so many words. He said, look, you left us.
Yep.
You made us meet your side chick.
Yep.
And now we just supposed to accept this and be happy with it? This ain't the way it go, Dad.
He said I was angry.
He said I was angry. I was hurt. And then his father apologized to him. He said, you know what?
That was good.
I messed up.
I can appreciate that.
And I said,
Yeah, because, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I would say use a parent for trying to smooth over that to act like the child is crazy. But Tariq was 100% right.
He was. And then they hugged it out. But did y'all see when Ghost was kind of like, okay, son, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And
you wouldn't let him go.
Tariq was like, I got my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And he held on to his daddy for as long as the commercial, well, we ain't got no commercial breaks, but basically until it faded.
Yeah.
I wish this did have commercial breaks because it'd give you time enough to write something. But I'm just going off right now. Lord have mercy, y'all.
Our boy finally came back. Lobos!
Lobos is on there with goddamn Mike. And he is going off. He said, first of all, Ruiz supposed to be dead. But then he reappears. Am I some kind of retard? What's going on? I said,
and then he started going off in Spanish, be like,
I said, no. I said, I'm not.
What did you just say?
I'm not.
Come again?
I'm not.
Say it in English. Like I told y'all before, when Spanish people get pissed off, they transition from English to Spanish. We don't know what the hell you talking about.
And I'm not reading all of that and writing it and rewinding. I'm not doing it.
I ain't got time to read the words on the screen. You just say it in English. And I ain't got to read. I can't watch and read at the same time.
So 50 Cent, if you watching this, I know you're a little mad at me from last week. God was laughing at your little 5-piece and not your 50-piece. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you please just make them speak in English at all times?
Yeah, make them speak. Yeah.
I'm just like, you're giving me a freaking headache. But then we see Greg, because y'all know that Greg is still butthurt because Ghost don't took his coochie, right?
Took his piece, yeah.
So now he's trying to get, and I've been calling the guy Louis the whole time, but his name is Ruiz.
I always thought they said Louis.
Trying to get Ruiz to give up pretty much everybody.
Yep, the whole crew.
Just go ahead and snitch on everybody.
The whole chain of command.
But he only doing that because of the whole Angela thing, and he want Ghost. Well, we see later on how did that thing go because it just went way left.
Yeah.
But at some point, we saw that they were at the federal building, and they decided that they were going to evacuate the federal building because they had a high-profile
witness,
federal witness coming through. Well, who happens to be at the goddamn federal building?
Proctor.
So when they were getting on the elevator to send everybody down so that the federal witness, which, y'all messed that up good.
Yeah.
That's almost like a President Obama walking through.
And you ain't making sure all the things are sealed off and everybody's gone.
So that goddamn Proctor paid the goddamn elevator operator to keep the door open for a little bit. And who he see pooching through?
Ruiz.
And he was like, I be God doing.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I be God doing too.
Yep.
Because he was a smooth operator coming through that joke.
Had his suit on and his freaking Kango hat.
He was court ready.
Yeah, he was court ready. Yeah.
He was court ready.
Either court ready or casket ready, one of the two.
So this what they tried to do. When Ruiz got up in there, right, they tried to do a switcheroo on him. Because Ruiz had
always be doing that,
yeah. He had already said what he was going to do. He pretty much was going to take down Lobos, and that was it. But no. Greg want to switch it up on him and try to get him to take down the whole operation and to name the distributors of Lobos and all of that. Ruiz was like, nah, I ain't doing that. But
that ain't the deal.
But then this is what they tried to do. They tried to get him with the Nomar murder. And say, you killed Nomar because your 14-year-old daughter was sleeping with him, whatever. Earlier in the episode, we saw that goddamn Angela had a sidebar conversation with old Ruiz. And she pretty much said, I know that you're probably going to take this plea deal because of what they're threatening to do with you, but my boss only wants Lobos.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, all this sidebar stuff don't even matter. Don't do it. And he was like, so what you trying to talk about? She said, you're Sadalo, right? Or whatever, however you pronounce it.
Sadalo Law.
She said, you know how that goes, right? When someone saves your life, they're your brother until death.
Yeah.
And he said, so what are you trying to say? She said, you're still alive, right? And he was looking at her like, are you crazy?
Excuse me?
She was like, Ghost saved your life.
He was like, he said it in Spanish.
He was like, huh? Come again, excuse me?
Excuse me?
She was like, look, basically you're only alive because he wanted you to be alive.
Because you could be dead.
So take that into consideration. She walked out, but when she walked out, he said, which?
But he knows she was right, though.
I said.
She know he was right.
So at that point, we pretty much knew that he wasn't going to snitch.
Nah.
Totally. Then later on, we saw that they were sitting there with everybody. Mike, Rick and Mike, all them.
All them cats.
I don't care who their names are, but we had Mike, what's the dude? I just named him. Greg, all of them.
Yep.
They just knew that Ruiz was going to drop the ball on everybody. And they said, well, do you know who his connect is? Who Lobos' connect is? I do.
Yep.
It's Ghost.
Angela was like, all right now, player. We just talked about that.
We had a connection.
We had that one-on-one. I thought we had understanding.
And they said, well, do you know his real name? No.
Nah.
They said, so you've been doing business with people and you don't know their real name?
He said, no, I don't know.
No, I don't.
I don't know his real name.
And then they tried to flip the whole Nomar thing on him again. They was pretty much like, look, settle. We can't do this no more. It is what it is. So we saw where Proctor, and I might be going back a little bit, Proctor got with old Ghost and said, listen, Linda, listen, Linda, listen. Guess who I saw today? I saw that goddamn Ruiz today. Ghost was like, what the hell?
At the federal building.
We paid to send him away. He said, well, he's back. And guess who he was with? Your boo.
Angela.
He said, she didn't tell you? She didn't tell you about this? He said, oh, by the way, here go the separation papers, but
I doubt if you want to use them now.
So, of course, Ghost has got no feelings about it, right? So, Angela had came home and she told him, said, look, I always told you that if you ever needed a lawyer, I'd let you know. Well, now is the time. Now, this is before all this negotiation and all this went on. So, she kind of did give him a heads up that something was going on.
After all the bullshit happened,
Yeah,
she did.
but Ghost was already pissed off because
Yeah.
he said, I already knew about this, but it wasn't through you.
Yeah, why you ain't telling me about Ruiz?
And she said, well, how do
How
you
you
know about
about
it?
it?
He was like, don't worry about
No,
how
I know.
It
You
just,
supposed to let me know.
you just ain't tell me. I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Boo."
Cha-ching.
So I said, Ghost, don't fall for the okie doke. Just because she telling you a little something, don't fall for this stuff. But
yeah,
anyway,
I don't still trust her either.
nah. Well, then we see Ghost talking to his head of security, and this confused the hell out of me.
Yeah, me too.
His head of security apologizes. He said, "You know what? Last night we lost eyes on you. Last night, and we
you
weren't
snuck on out.
and we were not able to follow you. I am just so sorry." Ghost said, "You know what? That's all right. I'm good."
Yeah, music was loud. I had to go.
He said, "You
Wanted
know."
to leave without a freaking disturbance.
He said, just stay on my clubs. You don't even have to be in my personal business no more. You know, I'm good. I'm good." I said, "But didn't I just see him shoot?"
Yeah, you saw him shoot. Cause you remember that week we said we thought that maybe he was supposed to be there, which I guess he technically is supposed to be there.
He was supposed to have been there, but he wasn't supposed to be there.
But,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Cause I don't know.
Well,
I always ready to say it don't matter, but it do matter.
It do matter.
Yeah, it do matter.
I bet you Mike B gonna break it all the way down for y'all. I told y'all if y'all want a review, Mike B is your dude.
Yes, sir.
So then we see Andre. Andre gets home and he's hollering for his little girl. He happy-go-lucky. And I like this side of Andre, the dinosaur, the T-Rex.
Yeah.
His little girl was like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." And I said, well, he come around this corner, something's not going to be
You
right.
can tell by the music if something gonna be right.
Well, who up in his house? 5 Cent Kanan.
Kanan
Little Dick Kanan.
sitting there holding his baby, and he broke down.
He was like, come on, man, come on, man. And Kanan kept going to the window as if he was going to throw the little girl out the window. I said,
you better not throw that baby out there. Window player.
if we have a Michael Ealy moment over here,
I forgot
I'm
all
going
about
to
that.
freaking lose it because I ain't like Michael Ealy ever since.
He throw, yeah. Even though you know it ain't real, it look real on the screen to me.
I still don't like Danny Glover because of Color Purple because it's real to me.
Yep.
I said 50, 5 Cent did. If
Don't
you
you
throw that baby out that
you
window,
throw that
I
baby out the window.
promise you.
Now, if you got a problem with Andre, you throw Andre out the window. But don't you throw that baby out the window.
So pretty much Andre begs and pleads him to put his daughter down. Kanan said, "You double-crossed me. Oh, you over there with Ghost now." But this the part that tripped me out. And I'm confused about it because you know we don't really trust Andre, but we kind of trust Andre because we want to trust Andre.
Mm-hmm.
But something ain't right. But Andre said, "I'm where you want me to be. I'm with Ghost. I was just with his son." I
say, huh?
Okay, so the idea that he is a plant is kind of coming to fruition before our eyes, right? But did Andre know that Kanan was still alive? I didn't think that he knew that he was alive.
I don't think that, because even Ghost don't even know that he's not, that he's
Yeah, nobody knows but Jukebox and her crew. I don't know.
But obviously, he didn't act as if he didn't know he was dead, though.
Right. So now we're gonna go back to my boy Lobos. Lobos. Mike goes over there to bring him some transfer papers. I ain't going through the whole spiel of what the papers was about. Lobos agreed that at some point he just gonna give up, do what he need to do, and get transferred.
Yeah, get out this cage.
But at first he said, "Do you think I'm retarded?"
Yeah, that ain't stupid.
He said, "You think I'm gonna sign that?
That's it?
You're crazy." He said, "But look at you. Look at you. You got my heart.
Let me play with you little coconuts."
I said, "Lobos, you play too goddamn much. Lobos, you need to stop." He said, "Look at you." Y'all know I live for some goddamn Lobos.
So they need to put him in the more scenes. They really do.
Yeah, because
they need to put him in more scenes.
When he said, "Come here, you little coconuts," I said, "Lobos, you taking it too goddamn far."
And Mike started backing up in the corner. He was like,
he said, "Well."
And speaking of Mike, That sucker's a snake in the grass too.
Oh yeah, he playing both sides of the
Yeah, he's a
fence.
snake in the grass. He remind me of that goddamn boss on If Loving You Is Wrong. That freaking what you call them dealing with trying to take down. That's what he remind me of.
So then we see Lobos. He finally did transfer, but why this Joker still got a cell phone? He in the back
Yeah.
of the goddamn paddy wagon. Well, we call it the cage. On the cell phone, talk to somebody about bringing him out the cage.
But yeah, I need you to help me get it. But I think he was talking to Mike. Because it was switched up. Come on, when switch scenes, Mike was on the phone. So I don't know.
I don't know, but it don't matter. Like Mike Big said.
Yeah, so it don't even matter.
So Angela gets home and she tells Ghost, "Look, you good now. Everything been taken care of. Lobos is being transferred. It's over.
It's all good.
Whatever."
But anyway.
Now listen. Ghost pissed me off again. Cause why? He got all of his feelings because one, she didn't tell you right off the gate.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she told you that it's over with, you tell me something. He looking like Puss in Boots. No one's ever had my back like you. The hell, Skit?
Bull.
Your wife?
Yeah. All the skits you done did and hid stuff in that little safe and burnt up clothes. Buried
Seriously?
people in the ground.
Seriously, Ghost? So then he gonna show her the goddamn separation papers talking about something. I'm gonna do it.
And she get all excited. You think Angela gonna sign the papers?
No.
She ain't signing no papers.
She gonna sign the papers to whooping your way. That's what she gonna do.
No, she gonna be like Medea said, I'm gonna sign Donald Duck on them. That's what she gonna do.
So then we see Tommy. Tommy finally gets back home from taking his mama to the train, right? I said, oh hell,
it's about
here
ready
it
to get real.
come. Here it come. He tells Holly, he said, I figured it out. I figured it out. Because you know when mama started talking about how Ghost always had your back, Tommy wheels started turning. He said, Ghost saved me that night. The Lobos didn't order that hit. The goddamn Koreans did. The son did.
Yeah.
Ghost came and took them out. I need to get with my brother. I need to get with Ghost.
Yeah.
Holly said, it's too late. It's too late. I've taken care of it already. He said, what?
What you do?
He said, Holly,
Holly.
what did you do? She said, well, I met with the Jamaicans. Oh, Tommy went
Crazy.
off. I said,
Yeah.
oh my God. She said, yeah, I hired the Jamaicans because Tommy, you couldn't do it and you wouldn't do it. And Lobos is after us. And he gonna kill us all if you don't take out a Ghost. So I had to do what I had to do.
I had to save us. Wrong move, chick. Wrong move.
Tommy said, look, I need to find Ghost.
I need to find Ghost from one.
She said,
it's too late.
it's too late.
It's done.
So then the scene switches over, right? We see goddamn Ghost driving in the car with his son Tariq, get ready to go to this basketball game that he promised him that they were gonna go to, right? He feels a little bump on his bumper. He asked Tariq, did you feel that?
He's like, nah.
He said, okay, you wait right here. But the whole time, he got his, Beats by Dre on.
He got his Beats by Dre on.
So he got his headphones on. He can't hear nothing. His daddy gets out to look at the bumper. But then he gets met with 3 Jamaicans with guns hot.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Just ready to fire off on him. And I said, this is where I was confused at. Because I was like, I didn't think the Jamaicans was actually going to do that to Ghost.
Yeah.
But I guess money talks.
Yeah.
Bull skid walks.
Said there's no loyalty among thieves.
So we sit there and I'm sitting there like, oh God. Ghost looks back at Tariq. Because he pretty much looking at the fact that if they shoot me, my son is in the line of fire. He going to get shot up too. He turns around and closes his eyes. I don't know if Ghost did a prayer.
He looked into heaven and said, Lord, bless me, please.
Before I give up the Ghost.
Yeah, protect me.
And all of a sudden, all I heard was, doo, 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 doo. And I said, Lord, Ghost don't got killed. But the head of security don't came through.
They came through. Right on time.
Took them all out. Said, Jamie, get up out of here now.
Let's go.
Jamie gets back in the goddamn car, Ghost. Told Tariq, we ain't going to no goddamn basketball game.
He was like, Daddy, why are you going? He said, don't argue with me, son. Put the effing seatbelt on. We going. I'm taking you home.
So then we flip over back to Tommy house. Tommy and Holly still going at it, fighting and whatever. Because, you know, they got doing Holly, though, pretty much put it on him thick, telling them that you ain't nothing without Ghost, pretty much implying that kind of like some freaky stuff was going on and all that crazy stuff. Like their relationship was just unnatural because they got each other back. all of a sudden, that guy doing Tommy had enough, and that white horse had kicked in. And he took this chick and he started spitting, and you know when Tommy gets to spitting,
that's it.
It's either sex or killing. So we knew it this time he won't have sex. So we knew he was about to kill her, and I was here for it.
Yep.
He grabbed her by
all was here for it.
He grabbed her by her neck and had her up against that wall, and I said, "Don't let it go.
Don't let it go.
Don't let it go." And he didn't let go.
Choke it till you satisfied.
Whatever it is. And he did. And he choked her tail and choked her tail and choked her tail until she pretty much went limp. And when he let go, she hit the floor.
Boom. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow.
And her body hit the flow.
Yes.
And then, of course, the white horse let him go for a minute, and he started freaking out.
He said, Holly.
No.
Stop kidding. Holly.
Stop playing around. But then we got Ghost. He in the bed with Angela. I guess he had just got his rocks off or whatever. And he was dead asleep, and he woke up because the Holy Ghost started speaking to that brother, his spirit. His spirit said, you need to go on over to Tommy house. You need to go check on your brother, and you need to see what's going on with your brother, because right now he's in trouble.
And he bust through the door,
and there he was,
sitting on the floor,
legs up, knees to his chest.
Yeah.
And I said, Tommy, come through, because you in trouble, and you called on the name of Ghost. You called on the name of
Ghost. Right on time.
and he said, would you help me?
Help me, please.
And Ghost said, I'm here for you, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Whatever you need, I got it.
Because I am your provider tonight.
So then we sing Ghost and Tommy. They were down by the riverside. They was giving someone a baptism. But then she was already dead. Her name was Holly.
Preach it, preacher.
God rest her soul.
Yeah.
But before they put her in the water, before she can meet the Lord,
yes, Lord,
he remembered, don't leave the evidence of these worldly possessions behind.
Hallelujah.
Take that ring off and give it back to the owner, because we don't need your earthly possessions in hell.
And we thank God that Holly has been taken care of.
And she gone.
She's 6 feet under, or however long that, how much that deep she in that Ghost digged in the ground.
But then Deacon Ghost got back in the car, and he said, brother, it is finished.
It's finished. The job has been done.
And the eulogy is now over.
Let the church say amen.
So then, right, that guy doing Tommy said, when the Koreans was on me, was that you that took them out? Ghost said yes. He said, the Jamaicans back there, was that you? He said, nah. It was Holly. That's why she did. That's why she just got baptized.
Yep.
He said, but you know what? Lobos ain't gonna, she only did it because Lobos ordered me to kill you. And I couldn't do it. He said, but you know what? Lobos ain't gonna never let up until you're dead. And then me too. Ghost said, well, this settles it. We need to kill Lobos. Together.
Yes! So they back together. All we need now is for Tasha to come back into the picture.
Come on through, Tasha.
Come on through, which I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
All right. Well, we gave y'all a long enough review tonight, but it was warranted tonight. So we apologize in advance. But like I said, if you want an awesome review, go to our boy Mike B. He does this review. Tasha C. does this review. Who else? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Before we close out this service that we done preached at the end,
took her to the water.
We done opened up a Instagram account. So you can go and join us on Instagram at Random TV Review. Again, that's at Random TV Review.
With an S.
Yeah, with an S at the end of it. Because if you don't put the S, you ain't going to find it. But straight from the VA. 2 up, 2 down. Holla.